Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Alexandra.
Hola.
Hi, David. Hi, everyone. Michelle, good interview.
Thank you. You saw it?
Yes, of course I saw it. Wow.
Yes, muchas gracias. Yeah, it was pretty much out of nowhere. I got contacted through the Regen Facebook group, and they called me and they wanted to know about this news about Xcaret being sued, but because it's destroying this in front of one of their hotels, he is destroying this all the coast and putting like these rocks on top of on the ocean, and but I didn't know much. I just saw it on the news. So I was like, well, I honestly, I cannot tell you much but about this, but I have all these other subjects I can talk about. So they told me to come and talk about the projects and what we're doing. So that was that. And they were really happy, and they're open for us to come back and share more of our projects. So it's actually really nice.
Congratulations, that was really good. They should put it on the social media so people you get more views. Like,
yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, we're just gonna cut the interview, so we have only the interview.
I'm gonna sign out and come back again because my screen is not it's not, my video is like not popping. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
See you later.
Yeah, I think we really should use that interview to its max. I mean, it's really a big deal, actually. And you know, what also came to me is, oh, well, expect a lot more magical things to happen. I mean, this is just the start. And things like that popping up, plus some other things that are happening that we'll talk about today. Yeah, it's really an exciting time.
Yes, no, I was really, I mean, I was going through a lot of things because I have a lot of things going on in my life at work and everything. So like somebody like to call you like, okay, you want to come do an interview right now? Like, oh, wait. But yeah, I'm really happy that I went there and I met them. They're really nice people. They seem to be like really interested about this subject. So I think we have a great opportunity to keep an open conversation with them and keep talking about our projects and what we're doing. And one of them knows us from Digital Jungle. He was already there, and he's like, "Oh, I already know you." Like, "Oh, perfect." So it's so good. So the same people. It's not, for me, the amazing thing is that these are really like young reporters that are doing a good job. There are not like, because there's all these old school reporters that are very politicized, so they were really open to talk about any of these subjects without saying like, oh no, but you don't talk bad about this, or you don't talk bad about that one. So they were just like, and they love them. Somehow they asked me about the logo, and I start telling my story about the crab, and they love the story. You should have seen the guy behind the camera, because I mean, it's a radio show, but they have their producer behind, and he's like, yeah, I was here when the crabs were alive. It's like super excited about the whole logo story. So it was really nice. And yeah, we have some friends that are there for us to come back and tell our story.
If anyone has any ideas about how we can really amplify the fact that this happened, this would be a great time to do a little short brainstorming.
I mean, I think as council members, we can all agree to share on social media, maybe over the course of the next week, just to make that commitment to at least create that ripple within like our own communities and our own visibility. Talking about it. Definitely communicating it and sharing it and being it. yeah, those are just two things that just came through to me. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think if we can get, we got all these people on the Regen Tulum list, so 70 people or something. If we could get 70 shares, I mean, I know that might be challenging, but if we could get 20 to 30 shares, I think that's a powerful start as well.
Yeah, we need to start thinking about our newsletter because we have all these people sign in, which we don't contact via email. Like all of our reach right now is social media, but we should be sending them reminders of our meetings on email. Like, you know, we have to really work on our database to
This
because
is exactly a topic David and I spoke about a few days ago. I don't know. I want to share with you guys as well my thoughts on the importance of like a community host, someone whose focus is to do exactly what you were just describing, Mich. Like sort the chats, sort the lists, make sure people are getting message and getting some follow-up action after the initial encounter, after the opening. We need follow-up. And then after the follow-up, we need closing, right? This is kind of the funnel, as I imagine, for people stepping in to support us. So I'm in the process of writing up like a verbal description of what we're seeking. Someone to support the Regen Tulum mission in being the community host, engaging people as they come into the community, getting the information that they need in their hands. And once they have this information in their hands, making it easy for them to engage by having someone to follow up with.
Okay, yeah. 100%.
So we're gonna write a post like this using the the format that you gave me on Canva. We're gonna use that same format and write like a seeking this person post.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, that's perfect. That's yeah, but I have talked to David about this before. I was like, well, when the people sign out, we need to like send like at least an automatic response like, oh, thank you for signing in and da 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 da.
All right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, this goes like a step further, which is even better, like to actually have somebody that is like answering questions like how do you wanna, you know, it's because it's
Right.
it's something that sometimes like, yeah, we're aware that these people are signing in, but we don't have the time to engage or we don't, you know, it's just
Right.
things at the
So
same time.
remember, because we're strong manifestors and we're in this space, it's good for us to identify the thing that's missing and just put it out there. Not just like think about it and hope for it, and actually write a post, share it, and actively post it with people and ask other people to share it so that it gets the reach we need to find the right person quickly.
Yes.
So I'm creating the post once it's ready. This also kind of segues with what we were talking about, how to really disseminate like this awesome interview you just did, Mich. Coordinated sharing is critical for optimizing the Instagram and social media algorithms. So once we decide, okay, guys, we're gonna post it, like Mich, you're gonna post it, and we're all gonna share it from that one post. Or like Regen Tulum has a Facebook page, I imagine.
We have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
Right. Okay, so we'll definitely post it. Like when we post it on the Facebook page, we all need to go into that page, comment on the post, obviously like it, reshare it from our page. And this is how we get this algorithm that it says, oh, these 10 people shared it that live in this area. Let me share it with the more immediate network. And we'll hopefully get more of this networking effect.
Yeah, you know, can I just mention one thing? I think it would be very powerful before we even start sharing our own version of it to really push hard and try to get as many people as we can to share the version on the radio show and to get there.
Oh, it's on the radio show's page. Okay.
I mean, because the more people they see, oh wow, there's a bunch of likes, there's a bunch of shares, it makes them more likely to want to bring her on. And I mean, it just
right. That's true. That's true. And that's live already. So we should get on there and start sharing it right after the call.
And commenting and all that, having discussions. Let's have a discussion. Let's have a community Regen Tulum set of discussions on that post.
Yeah, I love that. Also, does anyone know how many media outlets are in Tulum? Like how many newspapers, online outlets? Like, do we have a list of those so we can be actively contacting them and get them involved too?
There must be a database with all of them, but most of them, we don't really have like a printed newspaper. We have a very few radio stations that are mostly online radio stations. And we have a ton of Facebook news sites, which is how most of us actually get their news from. But they're all very politicized. There's like this whole, so there's always like these people will post some reporters will post this information against the president right now or the other press. So it's a little confusing, but there's like good newspapers from the area, it's like La Jornada Maya, which covers news from like the whole Quintana Roo, and they have good reporters. So there's you need to like really know what kind of news media we're talking about to tell you, okay, there's 100 or there's like 10 or there's like 5 good ones. So, but there must be a database that if anyone out there wants to help us with that would be amazing. Manifesting. So if anybody has a database of the media, please.
I'll do a little research for sure and see what I can come up with, because I think building relationships with them would be so supportive, so we can consistently get that local visibility. And yeah, something that just came through to me is people that live here that have like far-reaching podcasts too. If anybody knows of anybody, they can plug in our information to a podcast. And
I follow a girl. I follow this girl from Tulum that is doing a podcast, and also you have Radio Tulum. I think when you do underground, a little bit of underground movement, perhaps, it moves you into the big movement, just because it's growing. I have a question. Are we doing an agenda for these meetings, or like notes, or just recording?
Yeah, well,
I'm taking notes right now.
I'll just say that normally we start out with updates, and then we will move into a community open discussion once the updates are over. And I think what we're doing right now is we're getting an update on the first item and doing some brainstorming about how we can really amplify the impact of it, and then we'll move on to the next update. And I don't know if we'll have a brainstorm with that as well, may not need to. We'll go through all the updates and then have an open community conversation. Are there any other like topics that people really would want to talk about so that we make sure we get to them?
I have a comment on the host position that we talked about just now, and also the Google Doc with the different collaboration opportunities that you brought up earlier, David. So those are the 2 things that I'd like to share about.
Put those in the chat, just so that we can bookmark them. Yep, that's great.
David, and I also want to make sure right before we start our meetings, if we can do like 2 minutes of just breathe deeply. My Kundalini work comes in a little bit. And I know Heather is a little bit Kundalini yogi. To breathe in a little bit and just take 3 breaths to like kind of makes us all in sync, if that's okay with you. I would love to do that at the beginning of each meeting, if that's okay. And just to bring everybody together into the same frequency, and also just a few, and start the meetings. I feel that's something to, it's important to me.
Well,
I think it's important.
Thank you. And the funny thing is, I'm in Berlin right now, and I went to this conference. Well, it's not a conference, a gathering called the Merge Gathering. And I was just telling Oscar, one of the main things that I took away from a side event yesterday that I went to from the gathering, which was about the inner development goals, is that we need to bring more of that into our meeting, that we need to Regen Tulum. Not only do we need to heal Tulum and protect Tulum and regenerate Tulum, but we need to do that for ourselves as well. So you're totally 100%.
I'll be happy. I'll be to spend 1 or 2 minutes before each meeting and just kind of bring everybody together to the same frequency so we can all. So if you guys want to close your eyes just 1 minute and then breathe in deeply. Inhale and exhale. Now when you inhale, just inhale kindness, love, compassion, and love. Exhale gratitude and peace. Inhale kindness, compassion, love. Exhale gratitude and peace. Inhale kindness, compassion, and love. And exhale gratitude and peace. And now make sure you bring your higher self into your body. And you acknowledge that what we're doing right now is for planetary service. So we can have the same intention every meeting, and we can trickle down to the rest of the members. And you can open your eyes slowly.
Did anyone else get tingles?
Oh, so good, Alexandra.
That was so powerful. Thank you.
Good.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Okay, let's start again.
All right. So where were we? We had have we finished ideation around the amplifying this video interview? And if no one has anything right now, we can put them in the chat box as they come to us. So we have an opportunity right now to kind of finish this up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have an
Yes.
idea. Oh, Lilia, go first.
Yeah. Okay, just thinking and see, we try to Regen Tulum. I think we need to get closer with another organizations to start trying to get all together on the same idea of Tulum. Like, I think Red Tulum Sostenible has a good idea to make the garbage treatment well involve all of it together, and then with the municipio. And I think maybe we could think and do more work with somebody else to start helping, like I don't know, well, like be a little part of the Comité Ciudadano de Seguridad Pública, like having some eyes there, and trying to get like closer with the people also in the things that we have to do every day, like garbage and everything. If maybe we can do something else together. Well, that's it. Thank
Hola,
you.
Lili. See, we are doing this. Actually, many of our meetings we get in together with people from Red Tulum No Sostenible, No Más Plastic, Tulum Circula. Like that's like the core founding idea of ours, is actually to bring everyone together. So they're all participating already with us. You missed a few meetings, so you need to come back and be part of the meetings, because all of these key people from who's been helping Tulum for years are there with us, and we're here for them. That's actually our main purpose, is to help them, because we're not going to do all the hard job. They're already doing the hard job. We're just trying to actually potentialize the efforts that they've been doing for all these years, like you have been doing for all these years. So of course, we always the more the merrier. That's our philosophy. We want everybody in. the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, everybody helping to them.
You know, I want to add something though, that her
I-
comment actually made me think that, well, maybe we could reach out to them and ask them to post this story, this radio interview that you just did. And how powerful would that be to have our partners actually start posting it? So I definitely appreciate the comment.
Yeah. Yes, I talked to a few of them, and they're a little, they want to know how this new group is going to integrate with some of them. So that's like, it would be great to have them in one meeting too, just to like get some ideas from them and see, I don't know, what their expectations are or what are their concerns, because they don't know that much. Some of them belong to the group, some of them don't, and invite kind of like that community that's been here doing this groundwork for like 10 years now. And some of them that really just arrived on the pandemic, literally, with the huge movement. Try to have them participate, you know, in one meeting in Spanish or, you know, whatever the language might be most comfortable for them.
Actually, our first meeting, we had all these organizations there. We invited every one of them, and 3 of them actually had a presentation of their projects, which was exactly
Cool.
like this. Yeah. So yeah, we've been doing that. I was part of this one of these organizations. So I invited every one of them. I want people from all these organizations to become part of our council, because they are the ones who've been doing the hard work here, and we're just here to help them. That's all we're here to do, to make their efforts visible to people, to find funds, to find volunteers. So, but they're being part. Like last meeting, we had people from all these organizations there.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, I came 2 weeks, two meetings. So my last 2 meetings, thank you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more organizations in Tulum, and that we can be building relationships with that may not be engaging with us now. But yeah, we definitely are already in process with some of the more important ones that we have connections with, and certainly looking to expand that number. And I think the way that we can get at some of these organizations that we haven't worked with yet so far is to expose them to the Keep Tulum Clean campaign. And I think this might be a good time for us to do, you know, kind of switch where we're headed, not really switch where we're headed, but to move on to the next step, which could be the Keep Tulum Clean campaign. Does anyone want to speak on where we're at with that? What's happened in the last week?
I have a question about this actually. Where do we expect businesses to sign up? Like, is it a Google form? I was looking for it just now and I couldn't find it. Like, if we know a business that we want to have sign the petition and follow through the process, where is that document?
Well, it's on the website, on the form that I sent through I guess that was this weekend, maybe. I'm not totally sure. I think it was on Saturday. It should be this one right here. I'm going to put it in the chat. And certainly we're open to adding to that page. In fact, maybe we should put this new video up on the top of that campaign. That campaign.
No. What I wanted to say, I think we need to actually make an event. Heather, I'm looking at you, about kicking off this campaign. I know I'm still like a little behind on finding all the contact information of the list of key players that I did, but I think if we just like kickstart it and make explain what is this all about, and so I think that's That's an important thing before we start recruiting people.
You think having, I think maybe if we have 10 or 15 people already signed up going into to a kickoff campaign, that might be more powerful, just to like you said,
Okay,
we're already
first,
working with a certain set of key organizations. It would be great to have them already signed up on board when we go into a meeting, to be able to say, well, we're already 15 organizations, join us, as opposed to saying we're one organization, come join us, you know?
Yeah.
all right. No, it sounds good. It sounds perfect. So when are we gonna start to do this?
Let's start tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, the page is up there, and let's just get people that we know already are with us. We just need to get their official endorsement, and they can just go to the page and fill it out. It's pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah, Mich, we can get together, Mich, if you want, because this has been coming through to me too, to move the needle and getting endorsements to move this along. So if you want to get together, and we can post it in the Regen chat and invite anyone else that wants to join us, to just spend like a day or two just really calling up businesses and speaking into it and getting as many endorsements as possible. And then I think through that we'll get a good amount, and then we can discuss the event and bringing some key players to the event to kind of get them on board as well. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, and we can start thinking about what that event looks like now. I mean, getting that thinking process moving is always a good thing, because we can gestate it and really, plan it out in a good way if we get the thinking started. So
Also,
yeah, I think John. Oh, go Mich.
I think it's so stupid, but also I was thinking about the format where you put your input information. We need to have a space to add your logo, because we need all these logos of the people that are supporting us on our website or some sort of a flyer, or in our letter. So if people can add an image in that format, then say like add your logo, it will help us save us a lot of work, because we're gonna need to find the logos anyway, but if they can send them to us right away, that will save us work. Sorry.
No, this is great. This is a perfect time for you to mention this, because we haven't done the push out. So it's great.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm curious. I don't know how this works, but you know how everybody has the QR codes at the restaurants and everywhere now. Is there a way maybe to create something where you scan the QR and then the logo comes in and with each place? I don't know how it works. I'm just thinking it could be something easier perhaps, or.
Wait, what's the use case, Alexandra?
No, to like when you're gonna go and you volunteer to go to each restaurant or business to like tell them about all the events and what we're trying to do to get them on board. Then you said there's a form, correct? For us to fill it up and stuff. Is there a way to do it like electronically or not really?
Well, the form is electronic. It's a Google.
Oh, it is? Oh, I thought we were having I thought we were having a paper. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, don't worry. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay. An update I want to mention is that we now have a web page, Regen Tulum / keep Tulum clean, keep Tulum clean, as a landing page for this campaign. And on that, there's a Google form that people can fill out, and I'm going to be improving the form right now to add on, Mich's suggestion of having the logo, which is 100% correct. We need it, so we don't need to have to go back. But wondering, I don't know, something was going through my mind about maybe there is something around having a QR code associated with this form, and I haven't quite got it.
Sorry. Okay, I got it now.
No. I mean, I'm just saying there may be actually something there. So Anyway, yep, that's it.
Is there a direct link to this subpage? regentulum.com / what is it? / keep Tulum clean. There it is. Keep Tulum clean.
Yeah.
Is there a direct link to this page from the main website? I don't think so.
There's one from the menu. I actually think we need to redo the front page and really highlight this campaign. At least, I mean, it's a suggestion that I want to bring to the group is maybe this is a time that we redo the front page. We put this new video up where we got media. We have a little bit something about the region. I mean, about the campaign, and maybe we can leave something on there leave the stuff about the directory on there as well. That's fine, but maybe we forefront this other aspect just because it's what we're going to be focusing on in the next month or so, or 2 or 3. Any thoughts on that?
I totally agree with you. I think now that we've more defined the project and we have traction on certain projects, that we should more clearly define our why, our how, and our what. Like the first line on the website should say like Regen Tulum and our why. Like, what are we doing exactly? Because right now it's a bit abstract. It like shares some information that people know that Tulum is hurting, et cetera, et cetera. But I think we would benefit from having just like a clear first line messaging, like Regen Tulum. We can work on it, obviously, but
well, if anybody wants to work on that, Oscar, do you want to kind of bottom line that some suggestions for new messaging, or would someone else want to?
Yeah, I'm open for that, as I'm like pitching people right now and sharing the project that we're like more well organized on like our messaging. I'm like working on different personal how I explain it to people. Once I nail something down, I'll write it out and I'll share it with you guys.
It's kind of like the lingo we're gonna use for the businesses, correct? When we're gonna do our pitch to get them all on board. Is that what you're referring to?
Kind of. We're talking about just like the high level messaging for the website, like
I see.
So that when they're like, oh, what's Regen Tulum, and we send them the link for regentulum.com, like in 3 lines, they understand what, like why, like what we're doing and how they can get involved.
Yeah, but Alexander,
like
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea either way, Oscar, what Alex said, because if we all have the same lingo, we all have the same language, right? So putting that together will be beautiful. So we all can kind of speak into it in a similar way and begin to create that recognition. Because like I've been struggling with that too. I wanted to bring that up and like how to explain it in the simplest form, because we do so much and we are so much. So how do we kind of like create an elevator pitch essentially to be able to communicate that to businesses and to people that want to get involved?
And also the language has to be, in my opinion, has to be very soft, because Mexicans are very soft. And I mean, in my opinion, when you speak to them, you have to have this language, and like, because we are, from other countries, and people don't want to feel like, okay, they're taking over my country again. I feel there's some sort of like language we also have to work on now to be able to like transmit this message a little more, just productive for us.
I love, Alexandra, that you say that Mexicans are really soft, because you haven't spoke a long time with me. Like not in Chihuahua. In Chihuahua, we're like very straightforward. There's no.
Yeah, Monterrey, just Regios, Northern. Yeah, it's a little more direct.
I've been speaking to, but no, but Mexicans are like also like very straightforward, and this is how it goes. And so, but thank you for thinking about that aspect that I'm missing from my communication communication, which I hope I get. But no, I love that, to have all these different points of view, and that's allowed us to communicate in so many different ways. So thank you for thinking of Mexicans very soft.
So I have a question, and that is, it's more of a technical question. With this file logo upload, I guess it can't be, it can't be required unless we also want a photo from an individual, because this is a form for, it's only for organizations? Is that how it is? So a logo?
It's only, yeah. This is
Okay.
how the key players are gonna be put into the president letter. Everyone else is gonna sign a help.org petition that we're gonna do. So they don't need to, the logo is mainly for the key players.
Okay, yeah, so
The format is also,
everybody who fills this out will have some organization that they can upload a logo. So I'm gonna make it required. Okay, cool, thank you. It's done now.
No,
Done now.
this is player. Format is always been key players. We're not gonna have like everybody in Tulum signing the format.
Right, I said that this is for the key players and they're all gonna have a logo, and hence it's required.
If they want to showcase the logo, no, we can name you, or if you want to be seen, which everybody I'm sure wants to be seen.
So you
can upload
you're
your
saying
logo.
it should be, I was gonna make it required. You're saying it shouldn't be
No,
required?
it shouldn't be required, but whoever wants the logo showcase, which is actually a good thing, have the space to upload their logo.
Okay, so that means we're not gonna get we're gonna probably get much less logos. Okay.
Well, everybody's gonna be listed, and the logos who will get sent are gonna be showcased.
Okay.
Unless you're very important and we really need to put your logo, then we search for it.
I just this kid who does Gerardo, what's his name? Hold on. The one who did, it's nice to see the logos, because for me, I feel it's like they're behind it, like they can see, no? If you do any kind of events, to have them like on, on the formats and the marketing material, or no? They need a permission for all this too, or?
No, the format is they are agreeing to be posted supporting this letter to the president, so they can be posted only with their name or with their logo, whatever they choose to.
Oh, okay. I'm speaking about, like, for example, the event that is going to have Heather. If we have some of those logos from other people, how they're backing up whatever campaign.
Okay.
Remember.
I mean, I personally think that it would be fine to require them to do the logo, but I don't know. It just seems like, all organizations these days have one, so.
See, but what if they don't have a logo, or if they just don't have it in their phones or wherever they're signing from? Like they will chase them away from actually uploading or signing. So for me,
What if it? What if
no.
it just says? What if it just says? If you have a logo, upload it. Do you know what I mean?
That's
like
what
if you have a logo, upload it here. It's not like mandatory. It's
saying.
basically, yeah.
That's my
Perfect.
Yeah, that's what she suggested.
Oh, okay.
It's not mandatory, but you have the space to put it, and then that's it.
All right, I'm adding their website too. Somehow that didn't get on there, and I think I'm going to make that mandatory. They all should have some website. So.
What? Are you making every logo mandatory?
No, I said that I'm adding a website, asking people for their website, and I am going to make their website mandatory.
Okay, yeah, everybody should.
I don't know how that missed us, but I'm glad we're having this conversation. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been in there. So, and it's a good thing to have.
Thank-
Awesome.
Okay, so
So are there any other updates
have a-
in this campaign?
I think that's it. I don't know, Heather, I don't know, you were talking about a meeting for the campaign.
No, a meeting for the events team to discuss potential events and start facilitating them. So that'll be at Digital Jungle 4 to 5:30 on Thursday. And that'll be on Zoom as well. So whoever wants to come and support and collaborate and build, I'll see you there.
Is that on the website calendar? I'd like to just presence that we do have a website calendar. Is that on there?
It is not on there yet. No, I'm creating a flyer.
I forgot to put, I'm gonna put the meeting on Friday on the top. I'm sorry, I forgot to put this. You have
Yes.
this one, huh?
And if everybody could just, whenever you're doing an event, it just like always put it up on our calendar, and it's at regentulum.com/events. Just that'd just be great, so people know that we are having these events and are able to just kind of get that from the calendar. It also provides a really good record. So as we're presenting ourselves to other organizations, potential backers, people in the government, for them to see that we have a track record of events is really powerful, especially since we're getting really good turnout. We might as well let people know that we're having them. So if you all could just, remember to do that, it'd be very much appreciated. And is there anything else you want to say about that event on Thursday? And Heather?
No, just it's an open forum for people to come and discuss and bring ideas and begin to start facilitating regular events, potentially discuss the water campaign, kind of a potential press event for that. So yeah, it's just going to be a community. I mean, I originally just had sent it to the events group, but I didn't want to exclude anybody that might have wanted to get involved, obviously. So I'm opening it up to all of Regen, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. I remember there were some people that you had asked if they wanted to be involved with events in Regen, and 2 or 3 or 4 people had said they wanted to. So that's great. And you're getting
Definitely.
it into the whole group.
Yeah, and then I have a question. I'm sure this has been answered, but I just want to clarify the code to join each individual group, like the WhatsApp group, because I know I'm consistently reaching out and asking you to add people. Can that be posted somewhere, maybe in our core chat or emailed, or is it it's on the website, all of the QR codes to join each group, the events group, the WhatsApp, all of that?
They're all on the web page.
Got it. Amazing. Okay. Thank you for.
Where it says collaborate, they're all there. It's Regen Tulum /collaborate.
And just as an update on just that subject, I want to let people know that we are in an active conversation right now. Right now, I believe it's at least me, Oscar, and Connor, but I think there may have been some other people who weighed in on this. I know Francis also had some thoughts. We're reevaluating our digital infrastructure and how we communicate and collaborate. When WhatsApp went out, there were a number of people who mentioned that maybe Telegram could be a better platform than WhatsApp for us, or at least from a collaboration side. And certainly Discord is way better for active collaboration on projects than probably either of those. And Connor is looking in more of a visual tool. So we're going to be really sorting those out. And if there's anyone who has expertise in setting up communication systems or communication ecosystems is what we're really doing at this moment. Certainly we'd love to bring you into the conversation, and anybody has any opinions, this would be, a time to mention those as well, when we're having these conversations. So I expect it to be next Tuesday that we'll start having that in this conversation. And I look forward to hearing from you all about what you think would work. Oscar, you want to say anything about that? And Veronica, okay, Veronica, okay. Is it support for the conversation, maybe jump into? Okay, cool. Oscar, you want to say anything about Discord? Just
I think like I'm encouraging the self-organizing group to start using the Discord. I continue to be in the position that it's the best option, because like with WhatsApp, you have to like commit to joining a group, which some people don't want to commit to because then they get unlimited notifications. Whereas in Discord, people can just pop in and look and see what's going on and then pop out without having the commitment of that. So yeah, I still vouch for Discord. I'm starting conversations in there for whoever wants to go in there. Ideally, eventually, most conversations will gravitate there because it saves all the histories, and you can have all the channels side by side, like one clubhouse with all your stuff in it.
Awesome. Cool. Are there other things that people want to update? Well, I guess there's an event happening on Friday, right?
Yes.
Who wants to talk about that?
Mich, you're on mute.
Sorry, having technical problems as always. I have 10% battery, so maybe I make it. I can talk about the event. It's gonna be this Friday, 6 p.m. Digital Jungle is part of our series of regenerative developers, and we're gonna have a really good people talking. It's gonna be Hilge from La Reserva. We're gonna have Frances from Regen B, and we're gonna have Karuna from Water Now. They're all like doing amazing things. One of them, La Reserva, is like right now, I think one of the most sustainable developments going on. And so they have a lot of to teach us. They have people from the Regen villages as part of their group. So they know what they're doing. They're like really trying to do their best as far as developers in Tulum come. So we're very excited to have them explaining what are those amazing things they're doing. And also Frances is part of our team, but she's been really researching about Tulum and who's doing things the right way and trying to certify people to be really regenerative. So and we love her, so I'm sure that's going to be amazing talk. And also we're going to have Karuna, who's also part of our council, and he's really into the water issue. So he's there with his initiative Water Now. And so we're going to have them talk for about 15-20 minutes each. And then we're going to have open questions. So everybody that wants to come and ask and who is interested to learn of what they're doing and how they're doing things good, they're more than welcome. We love the crowd that always gets a Digital Jungle. They're always like really good people interested in doing things in Tulum, for Tulum. So yeah, join us Friday, 15th of October, 6 p.m. at Digital Jungle.
Awesome.
Nice.
Anyone else have any updates? Oscar, do you want to talk briefly about the event that you hosted on Friday, and then also on Sunday you had something, maybe talk about both of those?
Yeah, so as we've kind of shared, our initiative here in Tulum is to connect with and organize the existing people and communities that are here. On Friday, we hosted Digital Jungle to give people an open format so they could ask questions about what was going on, so they could understand Regen Tulum and its projects better and how they can get involved. I intend to do a meeting like this. I would like to do it once a week. I don't know if maybe we can squeeze it in before the Friday meeting, Mich, maybe like an hour before. That would be possible. I don't know.
Yeah.
It might be too much, and maybe I'll just do it every other week to give people a check-in or something. I wanted to ask you guys what your thoughts were on that.
I like the idea of doing it every other week, so we have an event each week. So 1 week is for developers, 1 week is catch up.
Yeah, I love that. That works for me.
You know what?
And then
I was going to just say that maybe at the end of the developer meeting, or maybe at the beginning, you could kind of talk about like a few minutes about this thing.
Yeah. I definitely intend to do that. Like to give like a fast like stand up about like, okay guys, welcome to Regen Tulum. Happy everyone's here. These are the main, like, again, kind of the same meeting, but way condensed to just 5 or 10 minutes, like you said, David. Yeah, I definitely will do that.
Mich, you were about to say something? No?
No. Because I guess I spoke with Oscar about this, and we were talking about, before the developers meeting, we should do an introduction, and like he just said, so I was agreeing with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to do a short update. So I've been in Brazil, I've been in Berlin at a conference, not a conference, a gathering called the Emerge Gathering. And it's all about having both an inner and outer transformation for the planet. Like, if we're going to transform all these things from an ecological standpoint, the environment, social, we also need to have that inner shift as well. It was pretty interesting. And at the same time, I had a meeting today with a friend of Francis, who is a DJ, and he's in an artist collective. They're interested in working with us on a Tulum Art NFT project. They have a whole catalog of down tempo music, really cool electronic music that, is slower, more variety, and it's not techno. It's really sweet. And they've also got a set of visual artists as well. So we're looking at a possibility of doing some kind of NFT art project with themes around Tulum that could include not only his artists, but other artists, with the objective to raise awareness for Regen Tulum, for the artists, and also raise funds for Tulum, for Regen Tulum, and for the artists as well. So that's just beginning. There's about 10 people, I think, that have said that they want to be involved in the conceptualization of the Regen Tulum Art NFT project. So I will be sending out a Google Doc that has kind of, what's that? Oh, that has a little bit of, that has a an outline of at least how we're thinking, and we'll want to be getting your input. Those of you who are interested, getting your input on this as well. And once we got something solid with people's input and ideas, we'll go ahead and actually start bringing artists into the fold.
Hey, David, can you add me to that list for NFT?
Okay, awesome, great.
Oh yeah, Nate in the house. Nate, what's up?
Hi,
Yo.
Nate. Nice to see you.
Hey, nice to see you.
So, any other updates from folks?
Mm-mm.
Veronica, did you want to talk a little bit about what you learned?
Oh, I have a collaboration brewing, potential collaboration with a group in Ciudad de Mexico, which is working on mapping sustainable businesses. And what they've done is put together a really nice map. I'm going to drop the link in the chat here. It's Eco Mapa with 2 P's. I'm pretty sure that's the link off the top of my head. And their project is growing. And I think it is something that we could use to amplify our impact with the directory that we've been growing. So I'll be updating you all on how that conversation evolves. But if anybody here has partnerships they'd like to propose or ideas for how to make the directory of regenerative businesses in Tulum more impactful, please do reach out to me. I'm eager to collaborate and team up toward that end.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I think I saw a banner going to Playa. There's a banner about, it's an app, correct? Is it an app or?
So far, I've just seen the website. There might be an app.
Okay.
Awesome. Anyone else have any updates on Regen Tulum core projects or even related projects? Anything at this point that's related to what we're doing here to regenerate Tulum?
Well,
Okay. Sorry, Mitch, go ahead.
no, I mean, I think we had we talked about this on a previous meeting, but we got a very generous offer that we want to put out there because it's amazing of actually getting, we're gonna get a already formed organization, a nonprofit organization that was already in the works and it fell through. So we might, from our offer from a very dear friend, we might get that. So we're very happy about this because it's helping us move forward really fast. We're gonna be able to be legally formed in the least amount of time with the least amount of effort by some force of the universe. So we're very grateful for that.
And the least amount of money too.
Yes.
Not to mention.
Both time, effort is money. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yay, this is so exciting. Amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I just wanted to celebrate that and also say goodbye because I have to leave.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, Vera.
I too have to head out. I love you all. Thanks for everything, and I'll see you soon.
All
Oh my
right.
God, you're so punctual.
David, I have
You
a
were going to say
question.
something?
David, I have a question.
Yep.
What was the event that you traveled to in Berlin? Would you mind repeating that again?
Yeah, it was called the Emerge Gathering, and it was a gathering of people, mainly in Europe, but some from other places, to talk about the transformation that we need to make to basically stay on the planet. And it was really about there being the need to have not only the external transformation, so the ecology, you know, ecological systems and the social changes, but also the internal changes that we need to make as well. And the theme is really the title, and it was really recognizing that we don't know how it's going to happen, and that this is actually something that is going to emerge. It's not something that exists. No one can tell you what it looks like, but that if we act in ways that are in alignment with the types of futures that we want, maybe we'll get them if we're working both externally and internally.
I see. And that's an annual event there, or was that a first time come together, and who was invited? Like, just give me a little bit an idea there.
It was the third time, and I'm not sure exactly how the invitations came about, but there's 3 main organizations, and I don't remember their names, but I will put the actual URL in the chat, and I'm sure you can find out there. But I'm imagining that basically those 3 organizations, they have an extended network, and the invitations went out through that for the most part. They actually had to turn away people, so I don't think that they did like a big social media push for this. I think that they were able to actually, you know, get the number of people that they wanted or were able to accommodate. It was only about 200 people there, I think. So I think they just basically, you know, promoted it within the group of people that they already knew. I just so happened to be beginning to work with someone who had been to some of the previous gatherings. So I'm getting the URL right now, and yeah, I think it was very, very worthwhile, and I met a bunch of people, as well as put bodies to faces of people that I had been in touch with on Zoom in the last 9 months.
Very nice.
That's
Thank you.
really cool.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
I know there's a guy, you know.
Mhm. What's that?
There's a guy in Costa Rica. I don't know if you know this guy in Costa Rica, who is Steven Brooks. He's the one who's done Envision Festival down in Uvita. And I mean, I participated probably 2015. It sounds like the same type of event. And I know he has come here to ICAL to want to do one of those events, you know, that they done in ICAL, and they invite a bunch of, he would be a good person to like bring out too. If I'm gonna reach out, but it's nice because he has so many projects already in Costa Rica and things already going so well that it's nice to learn, you know, from these gurus, these environmental gurus. He's been doing it for so long. So
Have you been to the Envision Festival?
Yes, we went twice because
Wow.
it's just unbelievable. Yes. And it's been canceled this year, and it's going to be 2023 for the next one. But he does teach about everything, permaculture, dry bathrooms. I mean, you name it.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, something to you know, keep in mind for probably future events, because I know a lot of him, and you know, it's good to have people of this caliber, you know, kind of like so.
Yeah, I mean, if he ever is coming up to Tulum, or maybe even we could do a video event.
How to see when he's no, he has already. Yeah.
But I'm talking about if he's coming back, then we could, you know, have an event to feature him. A regenerative development event. I mean, he's doing regenerative development, so he could fit into our series for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep. Well, I think we're a little bit past time, but I'd like to open it up for anyone to bring out any questions, reflections, thoughts, comments. You know, a minute. Anyone have anything?
I just want to thank you because you're in Berlin and it's, I don't know, like 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning and you're like right there. So kudos. Thank you.
Well, thank you all for, keeping things moving. For sure. It's beautiful to hear all the progress that's happened. I walk away and we're getting a nonprofit. We're on a radio, television. I mean, like, wow. Okay. Amazing. Thank you all for all that you're doing.
Thank you to you for everybody to make Regen Tulum alive. I love you guys.
Gracias, Lily.
Yeah.
I'm proud
Really.
of all of you. And
Mwah.
with you in Berlin, super. Thank you. Good night.
Buenas noches.
Good night. Anyone else want to say anything? Reflections, questions, comments? Love to hear your voice. Nathan, you want to say anything?
Did you ask me? Yeah. I'm excited to be more involved in the group. Happy to see that there's more events and things happening. So wherever I can offer my skills. We had a nice gathering. You asked Oscar about it, but I don't think he mentioned their housewarming on Sunday, and everyone went. We got in a circle around the pool, and everyone shared their magic. So
That's sweet. That's
yeah,
nice.
it was a fun time, and so anyway I can offer my skills in tech and video and music to help.
Awesome. Are you a blockchain DeFi type person as well?
Yeah, I spent a better part of the first half of this year diving into blockchain technology and researching. I was focused mostly on how to integrate, or how it would make sense for businesses to operate with cryptocurrency. So I wanted to become an expert in payment systems. So that was my focus. But in general, yeah, pretty knowledgeable about blockchain technologies and cryptocurrencies. I actually just started looking again last night about how to mint NFTs. There's a couple new smart contract blockchains that are now picking up with NFT markets. Solana and Cardano are two new ones, in addition to, of course, Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain.
Yeah.
So,
awesome. Well, we'll look forward to having your voice in the NFT conversation. Also, Phantom is getting big into NFTs, or they're already big into it. So yeah, that it's a new world out there. I just posted
When is the NFT meeting?
We don't have it scheduled yet, but probably next week, maybe the end of next week. Probably would be good. Maybe Thursday. I'll check in with people, see what's available for them. But anyway, I just posted the white paper. Nate, I would love your feedback on the white paper. And everybody, anyone who's on this call right now, if you have not looked at the white paper, which I just posted the link in the chat, we would very much appreciate you taking a look at it. This is a big part of setting up the foundation. We're building the foundation for this to be a decentralized organization with hundreds, if not thousands of people and organizations self-organizing to do actions and activities that advance the movement. And it's going to be all based on this performance-based set of community incentives that we're putting together right now. And Oscar is pushing me to finalizing it. And I'm saying, I just want a little bit more input from you all, because I know that there's some things that we're missing. And that's not to say that we can't change it, because we can change it. But I just want to get a few more people's input on it. So Nate, I love yours, and anyone else who's on the call. Alexandra, if you have not already looked into it, would love to get your input.
Very nice. I will give you some feedback.
Awesome.
So, one question on this. one question on this for you, David. Like in this feedback that you were asking, what specifically are you asking of them? Like, oh, we think you should give points for these things and add them, like what I did, or like, oh, we think these are the value for these things. Like, what are the specific asks? Because it's a bit ambiguous saying, oh, just look at the white paper and give me your feedback. Like, what's your specific ask for the viewers so I can spread that as well?
Well, yeah, I think first of all, it really depends on who the person is.
Okay.
If they're a blockchain guru who's read a bunch of white papers and understands DeFi, I'd love for them to give feedback on the tokenomics and the DeFi aspects of it. But if they're more someone who's, you know, maybe their expertise is events, or maybe their expertise is governance, or maybe their expertise is something else, I'd like them to look at the white paper from that perspective. And in particular, I think what would be great for everyone to pay attention to and to potentially give feedback is what you were just talking about with these community incentives. So in your area of expertise, whatever it is, there's probably some analog in the white paper in a section. There's probably a section of community incentives. There's governance, there's community currency, there's events, there's community development. They all have sections. What we like to do is have people add the things that they think would be an activity that would advance the movement, and also to put their ideas on what they think that would be worth in terms of launch points relative to what they see for other things. And it's okay, you know, it's just a guess, and but I think the most important thing is to get in their ideas of the activities that they think should be compensated, because anything that we know already should be compensated, it'd be great to get a line in our community incentives.
Yep, that's true.
Thank you.
I agree.
Anyone else want to say anything? Teresa, you been present. Any reflections, thoughts, comments for us on your way out?
Thank you so much. No comments. I was super late. I all of a sudden had no electric in my building and the internet was out. And I was last week, I was very, very sick. So I was not able to come to the meetings. So I'm sorry, I have not too much to bring to the table today, but I'm happy I made it. I'm happy to see you, and I shall be part on Friday. I have that in my calendar, and I'm looking also forward to be part of the group. Thank you very much.
Well, awesome. No need to apologize, and just showing up with your energy. We really appreciate it. And I think there's going to be a line in the community incentives for just coming to meetings. We really value that, for real. So thank you for coming, and yeah, let's have a great meeting on Friday. I know it's going to be really, really fun. Anyone else?
Well, there's yes, everybody needs to come on Friday. There's going to be amazing talks. We know we're learning from our mistakes. We know we had a meeting that we didn't have the technology. The sound was bad. We told the people what we were aiming to know from them. So now we're correcting. So it's going to be more amazing and better. We're going to have a very good information coming from really amazing people who are our guest talks. And also, if you cannot make it to Digital Jungle Friday, 6 p.m., 15th of October, you can also watch, hopefully, a decent Zoom meeting as we're arranging our technological problems.
Awesome. Awesome. Anyone else have anything before we leave?
You need to go to bed.
Yeah, it's like,
It's
what time is
time.
there?
It's time.
It's only 2:16.
Oh, it's normal hour to go to bed.
Alessandra, you have any parting thoughts for us?
No, I'm good. I'll try to just lead a little tiny meditation always, and before, if I'm allowed to do so, just to bring everybody into the same, frequencies. Like I mentioned, I would love to do that. I would love to be the spiritual part. We have to bring all these projects from the 5D and 3D, and we have to merge them together. So it is challenging, but we are doing our best, and here we are.
Yeah.
All right.
Beautiful. Okay, guys, I gotta go, so I'm gonna head out.
Okay. All right, everybody.
We'll chat
Thanks so
soon.
much.
Awesome call.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.